What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Better Baseball MLB DFS Playbook podcast and live stream here. Recording here for Monday's 8-game main slate. James, kicking off the week strong style here. 8 games. We generally consider that 6 to 8 game window our wheelhouse. 8 games here on the slate. Maybe 7. We do have a potential weather game that we should be watching. But other than that, looking like a strong slate here.
Looks like a great slate. Pitching out the wazoo here, John. I mean, the first 7 names, just 8 names on the list look appealing, or at least just upon name value
Sure.
alone. Yeah, it looks like a fun slate. 8 games. You and I talk about this very hard when you get 12 games in course, right? Like it's on one slate. Like that's just it's. Do I fade course? There's so many other options.
Yeah.
Then you always pick the wrong one. But this 8-game slate, good pitching, also good targets at the bottom of the slate. Um, yeah, it's a fun one. Vegas, just some notables. Let's see. We got Logan Webb minus 255. Nope, that's Logan Webb's not pitch. Who's pitching? Disclafani.
That's the fun.
Uh, minus 205 again at home against Washington. We got Arizona, Zach Gallen on the mound, minus 215, facing the Marlins in that one. And then Nestor Cortez, minus 210. Yankees blew a 6-0 lead with Garrett Cole on the mound on
Garrett Cole
Sunday.
will lead, yeah.
Garrett Cole blew the lead, yes. Yes, Garrett Cole, who had been untouchable, decided to be completely the opposite of that. Those are the biggest money line favorites, the 3 over 200. In terms of over unders, John, nothing. Everything is 8 to 8.5. I will say there is at the current time of this recording, we do not have Cubs Cardinals. Last time we did not have a Cubs total, there was wind. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, so this is the game that so DraftKings had updated their little graphic from the last time I had refreshed. It had a little rain symbol. I'm over at weather.com and they have a 40% chance of rain basically all day, scattered thunder showers, and that goes right up until 7 o'clock. So if that weather delays itself, lingers a little bit longer, there could be some rain in Chicago here for this game. It looks like it clears up totally around 8 or 9 o'clock. But again, if the rain holds, then maybe it lasts a little bit longer. So that was the one game where I
Any
mentioned
wind?
there could be some rain.
Does it show
No,
wind on that?
10 to 15 miles an hour doesn't look like anything
Well,
crazy.
10 to 15 could be notable if it's blowing out in Wrigley.
Sure. I don't know the direction that would have to be blowing out to go, but we're looking at northeast. So if
I
northeast
mean,
is going out, then I don't know. I'm not. That is beyond my expertise. I'm
yes,
just here
great.
reading the chart. So
Yeah, yeah.
we got scattered thunder showers and showers basically until 7 or 8 o'clock. So that's the one game that could be in a delay, but it seems like only a delay. It seems like they can kind of push that game unless it's just as I said, unless it really holds over the stadium. So yeah, that's about it for that. You mentioned pitching. It's the Zach Gallen experience, right? We weren't really sure what to do with him against Texas. We played him. That's a lie. We played him, but Texas obviously has some decent bats there. Their numbers had been pretty good. They've been hot, and you know what? Gallen was okay. It wasn't his usual dominant self there for over $10,000. 5 innings, 7 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. But he's at home and he's against Miami here. This feels like an easy go back spot for Gallen. He faced them already this year. 6 2/3 shutout innings, 7 strikeouts, 31 fantasy points. He was $8,000 for that start. He is $10,200 for this start, but that doesn't really change anything for me.
Yeah, I mean, Gallen is amongst a lot of very elite pitchers at this tier. He is obviously atop the list for 28 inning scoreless streak. That again, you mentioned it. Texas is a good offense, so it's perfectly good spot. Miami strikes out against right-handed pitching 24.7% of the time. That's 8th highest in baseball. They're bottom 10 in terms of OPS. So perfectly fine getting there. I think that this is a good Dylan Cease bounce back spot. We have mentioned it though of late. KC has been a hitter's haven, and that's basically due to 90 plus degree weather. And that was the series with Oakland, and
Yeah.
there was a lot of runs scored. So, like, Not the best recipe for Cease coming into the start.
He's also sucked.
He also has definitely sucked. That is no undoubtedly correct. But other than the last week, so have the Royals largely. I mean, seventh highest strikeout rate, 25% against righties. They have a 646 team OPS against right-handed pitching. That's 27th in the league. They haven't really hit for any power until lately. We've gotten like slight surge out of Bobby Witt, Salvi, like so I do think Cease is in a slight bounce back spot, but like and I guess same thing can be said for Nestor because he's been a little poor lately, but great spot against Oakland. Uh, Big favorite. But I love Hunter Brown as well, and I think Logan Gilbert is fine for tournaments too. Obviously, tough spot against Texas, but could make a case for I think every pitcher over 9K. Gallon being my favorite, Nestor probably second in cash, but I do think Cease is okay in tournaments.
Okay. Just kind of looking at some recent numbers there. Last 14 days, Kansas City against right-handed pitching, a 195 ISO.
I mean,
Kind
they've
of
definitely been better, right? And
yeah.
they're home. I don't know if you still have weather.com open to check the weather in Kansas City if it's still going to be 95 degrees, but if it's going to be 90 plus degrees, then I might.
I will tell you. Let's see. Now, high tomorrow is 82. It'll be around 77 first pitch. Not a lot of
Okay,
wind either. 7 miles an hour. So
okay. I mean, I still kind of think that like numbers aren't good. The walks are too high.
yeah.
He hasn't been like unlucky. The BABIP is really low. Expected numbers are all about on par with ERA, but um,
I feel like for me, and just kind of we'll continue to talk about the other pitchers, but I kind of first look was like Gallon, Desclafani, like those were the two I was putting in my lineup. Like that was
yep,
the and it's not to knock. You mentioned Hunter Brown's been good. Cortez has a great matchup in theory against Oakland. Who knows if Oakland just decided to wake up? I mean, Brent Rooker even
yeah,
had a stolen base today. And he's killing lefties there. Stroman against St. Louis, 3 home runs by Paul Goldschmidt today. I mean, Stroman's
yep,
a ground ball savant here. We know that St. Louis has largely been a struggling offense this year as well. And Stroman's been good, but I don't know. At home against Washington, righties against Washington this year has been one of those like definite plays for us. So that was my initial look. I looked at Gallon, I looked at Desclafani and plugged, and then we can kind of take a peek at what else is on this slate here.
yeah. I mean, I think Desclafani is definitely going to be popular coming off 8 scoreless in Houston. Has had just a really good season outside of a start against the Mets, and the Mets can be a pesky offense at times. So great control for Desclafani. 3 walks in 6 starts this year.
Mhm.
That's impressive. The strikeouts, 3 and 8 innings isn't great, but I do like him in the ballpark.
Yeah, I mean he's
Just a
not going to
cherry
strike
on
at
top.
Washington either. We know that.
Yep.
So
Cherry on top. Cherry on top is pitching in San Francisco is obviously ideal.
right, and he's got the Giants facing a righty pitcher, so
Yep.
that also helps. Um, let's see. Gonsolin got to 80 pitches. I don't think we're going to
Yep.
pitch him against Milwaukee, but he did at least get to 80 pitches.
Dude, Milwaukee has been. They've lost like they had going into Sunday lost a lot of games in a row. I don't even know. Did they won? Okay, they beat the Giants. So like 1-9 over the last 10 or 1-8.
Yeah, they've actually started to dip down too against right-handed pitching to that point in the last 14 days. 260 plate appearance sample size. Again, not like the largest, but 204 average, 283 WOBA. The one thing they aren't doing that was striking out. They're 22nd in strikeout against right-handed pitching over the last 2 weeks here. But everything else is not that great. So yeah, maybe Gonsolin, holds them down. A team that doesn't really strike out a lot, I sometimes I worry. They're 9th in walk rate as well, so they're taking a lot of pitches here for a guy in Gonsolin that is on a pitch count.
True. 85, I'd say, probably a safe
Yeah,
safe
65 to
number.
65 to 80. You got to think he's
Yeah, but it's Dave Roberts.
Yeah.
You think you whatever you're about to say, temper.
And I
Temper.
mean, listen, he went 4 2/3. Like, would he have gone deeper if they didn't take him out of that game? I mean, I don't know.
How pissed is he that he was 1 out away in a
Right?
nine run game?
Yeah. There's nobody else though on this slate really for me. I mean, again, like I said, when I first looked at the slate, I thought Gallon and DeSclafani, but I look at this slate even more, and I'm like, maybe it is only just for me at least, Gallon and DeSclafani.
I mean, I have interest in a lot of those guys up top.
Sure,
We know Freddie Peralta has just significantly higher upside than most guys in like 8K tier, just coming off 10 strikeouts and cores. I don't honestly hate JP Sears against the Yankees. Ex Yankee great JP
sure.
Sears. 6 scoreless his last time out. He now has 7 strikeouts or more in 2 of his last 3 outings, including an 11 strikeout game.
He's
And
gotten
we
through 6 innings in 3 of the last 4 too. So
Yeah,
like,
I mean he was a good prospect. He was part of the Frankie Montas trade that sent Montas
sure.
to the Yankees and whatever. But against left-handed pitching this year, Yankees are 24th in OPS. 124 team ISO is absolutely disgusting. That's
Mhm.
25th in the league. That's worse than like Miami, Colorado, Detroit. Um, Now there is I forget what the status update on Judge was. He's returning this week, Tuesday. Okay, so he won't be back for this game. Judge still out until Tuesday, but I don't hate JP Sears, and we've talked about it per Baseball Savant over the last 3 years. Yankee Stadium has been a bottom 10 ballpark in terms of runs.
Sure.
So
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of pitching at his level. There's not like anything where it's like, oh, he's at a 5 ERA, but it's 5.06 ERA with a 5.11 FIP, a 4.75 xFIP. His expected ERA is 4.6. So like he is kind of pitching to who he is, but 9.5K per nine is nice. I definitely don't mind that. He's giving up a lot of home runs, almost 2 home runs per 9 innings. So I think that's kind of doing him in there as well. But yeah, everything else looks okay. Not really a lot of ground balls, like 20%, 28% ground ball rate for him, which is not helping him out there at all either. But yeah, you know what? I could, with the way we've talked um about the Yankees lineup, I think you could certainly get there. If you look at some of, we're on Fangraphs right now. You look at his sort of his zip steamer like rest of season projections there. They got him at an ERA closer to 3.91 for steamer, 4.11 for zip. So I mean, they definitely think he is capable of pitching better than he is right
right.
now. So yeah, that's a good one. I like that value here. They mentioned he's just a big underdog. Gone
Yeah, it's huge.
Cortez. But again, Cortez has been hittable at times
He's
this
been
year as
crushed
well.
last
And
game. He got
uh,
crushed last game.
yeah, again, Rangers lit him up. And in Oakland, maybe they're just seeing the ball well right now. So yeah, that's fine. Gallon, Desclafani, Sears looks pretty solid to me. Anybody else for you?
No, 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 no.
All right.
John Gray against Seattle. I know
Yeah,
John Gray's been bad, but
the strikeouts are awful. 2-2-2-2.
yeah, what happened? What do you
Two
think
against
happened?
Oakland, 2 against Cincinnati. Those two teams strike out more than anybody.
What happened? What happened to John Gray, John? What happened to John Gray?
I don't know.
Guys had a 9 strikeout per 9 in 6 of his last
Not this
7
year.
seasons.
Not this year.
Okay,
So
I'm out. I'm out. I'm back out.
uh,
I'm back out.
yep. Catcher.
Let's
Who's
move on to first base.
Jonaheim?
Honestly,
Gabriel
Salvi.
Gabriel Moreno, $3,400.
Yeah, and so if you're spending up Salvi, it's been a nut job.
Mm-hmm.
395, 467, 737 slashes last 10, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs over that span. This is 40 home runs Salvi from 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Salvi up top, Jonaheim, Gabriel Moreno. Call it a day. Sound good?
Yes. I mean, Grandal against Greinke.
The Sabal start.
Sable start. Yep. My boy Freddie Furman hit his second home run in 2 straight games on on Sunday. Or on Saturday, if you're just playing Royals.
No Red Sox punt catcher today, so hard for me to know. All right, let's go over to first. That was pretty easy. 3 catchers. Write it down. First base position. Goldschmidt hit 3 home runs today on Sunday.
Is that good?
Decent. He was in the playbook as the only top tier first baseman listed. So pat on my back for having him in there. Not a pat on my back for not playing him. I played CJ Cron. So
Rocky scored a lot of runs.
Rockies were my number 2 stack in the playbook today.
I played Gritchick.
He was like the only one that came through though. I played the rest of the wrong guys. Didn't have Chris Bryant. So that was my downfall. You got Ohtani, Goldschmidt, Freeman, all there at the top. Not the greatest spots for really any of them, but they're there. Tellez at 4,500 against Gonsolin. They're in home. They're home at least. We like them home, but again, they've struggled there. Maybe just Christian Walker, I guess, $4,300.
It is
Double dong today.
Homered on Sunday as well.
Homered on Sunday. Still hitting lefties, hitting really everybody, I guess now. 286, 844. So
hitting everyone. Yeah, Braxton Garrett coming off that start where he allowed like 15 earned runs or whatever it was against Atlanta. 12, 13 earned runs. He gave up double. There was a double-digit number next to his under his earned run.
11.
Okay.
4 1/3, 14 hits, 11 earned.
Poor that guy better have gotten the nicest.
Had only allowed 1 home run in his previous 5 starts, but it gave up 4. So
they better have given him the best steak dinner of all time for just leaving him out there like that. Like, how do you leave him out there on an island like that? You know?
Yeah. It was a 14-6 game too. So like, they just.
I'm pissed. If I'm Braxton Garrett, I'm just like, I don't have it, and they're just like, you're waiting for someone to come get you, and nobody's coming to get you.
Well, did you ever see? I might be misremembering this slightly, but Patrick Roy in his final game as the Canadians, they left him in there for like 8 goals, and he just like took himself out of the game. He's like,
but
he's like a Hall of Fame goalie, one of the greatest goalies of all time. I could be like piecing parts of the actual story together, but there was something along those lines where he was done with the organization, and the coach just like left him out there to like let in all these goals, and he's like, I'm done. Pasquantino, our boy, $3,700. I'm not afraid of Dylan Cease, so I'm fine playing. This isn't the Dylan Cease of last year. I'm perfectly fine.
I wasn't, and when I was talking about him, I wasn't like saying that I think he is like the best player ever. I just think that if there was a spot that he could break out in, it's definitely this spot.
Sure. Doesn't take me off Pasquantino. $3,700. I do like that. Lamonte Wade's going to keep swinging the bat. 4 homers in 10 games for him. I know he's been a little bit since he has homered, but today or yesterday rather, hit a run scored. I don't mind that at 32. Are we believer in Jesus Aguilar against lefty still? Is that still
play? Yep, it is.
2,800.
Yeah, I think there's a couple good values down here. Aguilar being one of them. He's hit lefties very well this year.
Your boy Prado?
Yeah, Prado hit 5th on Sunday. Andrew Vaughn, $3,100 against Greinke. The White Sox scored, I think, 20 runs on Sunday. They're starting to wake up. Luis Robert looks good. I know Eloy's out, but
play Matt Mervis.
Yeah, Mervis is. Yeah, I'm happy he wasn't his second slate. Her second. It took them 3 slates to get him into the player pool. So I'm happy.
Did it?
Yep.
He wasn't in. Yeah, he was in yesterday's slate. No. You sure?
Or it wasn't on his day.
He was definitely in. I thought he was definitely in today's.
Yeah, this was his 3rd game. I don't think he was in either of the first 2 games. Because I tried to use a Cubs stack that didn't work out once again. And I tried to use Mervis.
17 runs for the White Sox today.
Yeah, they scored a boatload of runs. So I would be okay getting to Andrew Vaughn. And then the third guy is third base eligible for the Diamondbacks. Emmanuel Rivera continues to literally just rake. $3,100, 1st and 3rd. They hit him 2nd against lefties right now. Guy just keeps hitting. I don't know if they played him. He didn't play hit a pinch hit on Sunday. He didn't do anything, but yeah, I would go back to Manny Rivera, who's hitting 420 on the year, and he's doing all his damage against lefties.
All right, second base position here. Simeon's 61, Horner's 59. Too much.
Oh my god,
Too
no.
much. Estrada at 53. Guy homered again, back-to-back
Yeah.
games now, so he's
Yep.
locked. He's locked.
Yep.
Gleiber gets a lefty and Sears.
Fine.
Cool. Dubon will lead off again. 36.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Yep, that's it. So Dubon's our value. Gleiber in the mid tier there, and Estrada top.
Michael Massey, that would be the other guy I mentioned for the
finally
Royals.
heating up a little bit.
Yeah, yep, he's been fine.
A little bit. All right. Third base. Muncy versus Peralta is your $5,200 play.
Home run or nothing.
Home run or strikeout. Yep. Man, this is kind of a rough spot. I mean, I like Longo versus lefty. You already mentioned Rivera though.
Yep.
Cheaper.
Yep. But you can if you didn't play Christian Walker, you could play Rivera and Longo if you wanted.
Yeah, Longo's obviously not hitting very well right now, so
yep,
probably locking in Rivera. JD Davis has 3 homers over the last 10. He's actually hit righties better than lefties this year.
Yeah, he's been awesome this year. Yeah, Irvin with a lot of walks in that first start too. I think you had 4 or 5 walks. That's really it.
Yeah.
Actually, Michael Garcia, the third baseman for the Royals, they called him up.
You've been touting him pretty heavily.
He's been very good since being called up.
RBIs in 4 straight. Did you do anything today? Yeah.
I don't know. They won 5-1. Michael Garcia 1 for 4 with an
RBI and a stolen base. So 3 stolen bases the last 4 games for Michael Garcia.
I don't see a stolen base here.
I'm reading his little blurb.
No, he didn't have one. I'm looking at it.
All right. Well, RotoWire's lying to me then. Garcia went 1 for 4 to walk, an RBI, and a stolen base.
1 for 4 with a walk. That was Saturday.
It's Saturday.
He was 1 for 4 with an RBI.
Okay, so the RBI trend continued then. 5 RBIs in 5 games.
So. Yep, he hit 6th against the righty, which is nice because he hit 5th against the lefty and then 6th against the righty. So middle of their lineup.
Shortstop. Mookie Betts is your top price shortstop. Tim Anderson keeps on swinging. Could go there if you wanted to. Estrada's got the dual eligibility that we like. Adama's back home and against a righty. Do we see if there's anything here?
Guy has been so bad. I mean, sure, but I'm not like I'd play Estrada over him. I'd play Anderson over him. I'd play Betts over him. I'd play Witt over him. I'd go down. I'd play Jeremy Pena, Anthony Volpe over him. So, like, I'm probably out.
Yeah, I agree with you. Pena, Volpe in.
You play Garcia here at this position as
Nick
well.
Ahmed, $2,900.
Yep, that's your lefty special always.
My lefty special for sure. Oh, Joey Wendell's back. Not gonna play. I'm just mentioning it. Garcia, as you mentioned, has shortstop eligibility here. Nato, tough spot for him with $2,500.
Yeah, I just hate playing guys that are hitting against ground ballers. It's just one of those things.
Anybody else?
Outfield we go.
Outfield we go. Ohtani, Trout, sure, fine, yep. Alvarez against lefty, not afraid of you. $6,200. Okay, works for me. Let's see. I don't know, man. I mean, that's probably it, right? Like, I mean, Corbin Carroll against lefty, maybe, but not really, but maybe.
What are we doing against lefties
Cody
this
Bellinger,
year?
$4,800. Like, he has on fire, but $4,800. I guess like that's just what he should be at, right?
Corbin Carroll hitting $379 against lefties this year.
Yeah.
29 at bat sample, $379, 400 WOBA.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you're just not going to hit in the middle of the lineup. That's the problem, right? They usually like
hit him
bump
6
down. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's fine. $5,700. Again, Bellinger's $4,800. Like just expensive, but he's out of his mind right now.
Yep.
Kelenics 45 against Gray. We talked about is not striking anybody out. I know Kelenics' power's cooled off a bit, but I mean, could be there.
Luis Robert,
Yeah,
42,
gotta
dude.
go, Luis Robert. Right? Are we
Yeah,
gonna play a White Sox act today?
Yep, we are.
No,
We are. We are.
I wish Minnesota's on the stack so we could really just hurt ourselves.
They had a perfect game pitched against their 6 innings, I
yeah.
think.
Cal Quantrill today.
Cal Quantrill.
Played Kepler and Buxton. Absolutely hilarious.
It's gonna be funny that the White Sox score 17 runs and then aren't going to score for the next 3 days.
That's almost why I don't want to play them, but it's what it is.
They have been a lot. They have there are people in their lineup, signs of life, and you said it, like Tim Anderson back. There's like signs of life. So
yep. All right, more mid-tier guys.
San Francisco probably in play, right, against Irvin.
At least Estrada's in plays a one-off, but yeah, I mean they don't have Yaz anymore. Haniger's fine, Conforto's fine. Rooker's 3,900. You can play that. Let's see.
I'm looking at the Jake Irvin splits because I think there was lefties were pretty good against righties were actually good against him last year.
That's fine. Value? Anybody in value down here?
How far down are we?
I'm $2,500 right now. Gavin Sheep had a good day today, right?
I mean, the White Sox scored. Everyone.
Prado's 24 dual eligibility.
Gavin Sheets homered 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs and a home run.
All right. A couple minutes left here, James. Before we make our lineup, just want to remind everybody, is just down at the bottom here. You can go to fantasy.com/allpro. Use promo code MLB50, gets you 50% off the first 6 months of everything we got going on here at Fantasy Alarm. Not only the MLB DFS content, but NFL coming up, NHL, NBA, NASCAR, PGA, MMA. We cover it all here at Fantasy Alarm, and you can get that for just $19.98 a month for the first 6 months. It's 50% off the first 6 months with promo code MLB50. More importantly, we now have a 7-day free trial, so you can sign up, get the 7-day free trial. If you don't like it, you can cancel. But we just revamped our Discord now, so we got a whole brand new premium Discord for members to join and take a part of. So sign up today, fantasy.com/allpro. James, pitching. We're plugging in Gallon. Do you want to go
Let's go DeSclafani. DeSclafani.
Catcher. Moreno.
We're going to have... I see it. I see the writing on the ball. It's Arizona, Chicago. I already see it.
Yeah, I got Rivera at third.
Luis Robert is $4,200. That's
Walker or Vaughn.
Probably Christian Walker. We might not even play White Sox. Maybe just playing Luis Robert one off. Just based on the positions. Second base was either get up to Estrada at 53.
It was either second or short. Did we have a shortstop we liked?
Yeah, Maikel Garcia.
Okay.
Maikel Garcia.
Okay. Maikel Garcia. Estrada's a one-off play here. $4,400 to outfielders. So we could go all the way down and then get it all the way up.
Bellinger Rooker or Bellinger?
I like Bellinger.
We're off Lourdes by $100.
4K outfielder.
Dude, Harrison Bader's been so good. Homered again on Sunday.
Did we want to try Tim Anderson?
Yeah, we could play Tim. Yeah, we could play Tim Anderson. I just don't think we can afford that.
We'll play Tim Anderson. We get rid of Cody Bellinger. It's 2 3K outfielders.
Ruiz.
You want to do Prado?
Yeah, I would do Prado.
Okay, that's a $3,600 outfielder.
Bader.
Connect. Did you do Benintendi? No, he's actually.
I would rather play Bader or Laureano. Okay. Bader homered again on Sunday. He's been super, super good.
Okay, yeah, we're not playing serious. So that's fine. Bader, there it is. Zach Gallen, Anthony DeSclafani, Gabriel Moreno, Christian Walker. Is it Dyro starting here? Yeah, Dyro. Manuel Rivera, Tim Anderson, Luis Robert, Nick Prado, Harrison Bader. That is the lineup. James and I will be live at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Give you all the latest updates here that we got going on with this Monday slate. Get in the Discord. We'll talk to you guys later.